All right, and we are live. This is the Leaders of the Hive podcast, episode 2 already, and we have our first guest. Yeah, hi, man.
Joined here by your co-host, Jamie. And we are here with
Mrs. Beckman, also Miss B. I teach life skills and graphic design.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Gib did cancel.
Yeah. Yeah. Gib apparently had better things to do. So, we have a great guest here with Miss Beckman. Yeah, we have a bunch of questions for Gib, but they're useless now.
I'll answer Gibbs' questions.
Sweet, actually. Let's go.
Do you coach any sports?
No, I do not.
Woo!
Off to a great
That's a
start.
wrap. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just continue the conversation we had
Yeah,
before.
that's fine.
So, I was born in Long Beach, California.
Yeah.
And when I did join your life skills class,
Yeah.
you talked about California and Long Beach.
Mhm.
And for the longest time, I wanted to ask, like, how was your experience in Long Beach? Like, how?
It was great. So I grew up in a really small mountain town, very similar vibes to Buckley, and my high school was very small, one high school in the district. And I lived in that area until I was 21, spent a little time in another place after my parents moved off the mountain, and then moved to Long Beach for school. So my first year in Long Beach, I lived right by the university, which is a very different part of the city than like Long Beach proper. And then when I moved in with my now husband, we moved to downtown Long Beach. We were right across the street from the beach. We were a mile away from the main strip that is downtown Long Beach. So everything was walkable. We had great public transportation, just so much cool stuff right next to us. But it was also like big city, like loud all the time. Our apartment overhung the alleyway. So we were on the second floor, and we always called it alleyway TV because there was just so much crazy stuff that happened there. And our whole wall was windows. So you just see everything and hear everything. And the first night that we moved in there, it was like the start of summer, and the apartment complex itself faced in towards this like communal area where there was like a pool and other stuff. And there was just this huge party. So it's super loud, huge party. There's sirens everywhere because it's the city on a summer night. There's a helicopter circling overhead. And we go to open the front door just to be like, what is going on? The helicopter shines its light into our door as it's hovering over us. And we're like, oh my gosh, we close the door. We're like, we made a huge mistake. Like, what did we do? We're mountain people. Like, how could we do this? We try to like, okay, just time. We'll go to bed. We'll figure it out tomorrow. We turn off all the lights, and the street lights are so bright around us that it's like almost felt like it was still daytime. Like there were still shadows being cast in the apartment. And so it kind of freaked us out initially. And then we were there for about 6 years. And it ended up being great. And our neighbors were awesome. We would always go down and have like potlucks with them. Definitely some interesting stuff in the alleyway. There's like a joke in Long Beach, like you'll see shirts and there's like a Long Beach Monopoly where it's like, I got my bike stolen in Long Beach. And I definitely did get my bike stolen in Long Beach. But it's just a very cool, eclectic city, close to LA, but like LA light. And then if you want to like go to concerts or other things, you can just, you can take the train or drive up there, and hopefully traffic's not too bad. So you're from Long Beach. How long were you in Long Beach before you came to Washington?
I actually wasn't there for very long.
Yeah.
But I did stay in California. I moved to Hesperia, and that was, I wouldn't say the same, but it was more like a more calmer Long Beach.
Yeah.
But it was still crazy. When I lived in like a little neighborhood, there was a lot of parties everywhere.
Yeah.
And there was an incident where our neighbor had a big party.
Yeah.
And it bled through, like people started going around our house.
Mm-hmm.
And like me getting out of my house was just it was a mess.
Yeah.
And but it was, all the people there were really nice. It was such a cool place to live. And all the deserts. We were like 2 feet away from a desert.
Yep.
But the desert was like 90% trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just
I'm familiar with Hesperia and that area.
it's the little charm of California.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like when we were done living in Long Beach, I accepted my first teaching position back a little bit more inland. So there's like Riverside, which there's no river, by the way. It's Riverside and like San Bernardino, and they call it the Inland Empire or the IE. And so we moved back to that area for my first 4 years for teaching. And it is a desert. Like, it's surrounded by mountains, and that's really beautiful. And there is a beauty to that kind of landscape, but we miss the trees, we miss the green, and we really like it when it's cloudy and rainy and not sunny all the time, which might sound almost like a slap in the face to folks that have grown up here. What? I know.
It's so different going from California to Washington. Just like our house just being covered in sand and dirt. Yeah. And then here just 24/7 rain and like two minutes of summer. Yeah. It's a weird change. A weird habit.
Yeah. One of the things too that we always joked about, like living in Riverside, because we had a really nice park that we could walk to. That was about a mile away. So you walk uphill and then you get this gorgeous like panoramic view down into the valley with the mountains. And on a clear day, which doesn't happen very often, you could see all the way out to the ocean. Sometimes you could see like the reflection of the ocean. And that was always great. And just it had this, it was, especially during the pandemic when we were all locked inside and it was just, you could go for a walk. That's what we did. But once it got to be a little warmer out, you had like rattlesnake season. So you had to be careful. So the hikes that I would go on, there's no shade. There's the constant threat of rattlesnakes. And you kind of felt like you got trapped inside because of the sun and the heat. So it was like you could only go to things that were like air conditioned is what it felt like. And then up here, it's like I'll go outside and be in the rain, but I know some people, you feel trapped inside because of the rain. And like when we lived in Long Beach, like Long Beach, Riverside area has really, really bad air pollution. It gets trapped in the bowl of the mountains. And when we were in Long Beach, you're right next to the port of LA. So it's a huge shipping area. And there would be this like black dust that would settle on stuff in our apartment that was like greasy. Like you had to actually use like a solvent, like Lysol wipes to clean it because of stuff like that, which is probably not great. And then you come up here and the risk is more like mold, I think. Yeah.
Mold. I think like the problem, I wouldn't say problem, but like a little tedious that, the rattlesnakes in California, like me riding my bike around, that's all you hear, the rattle. Yeah. But have you ever encountered one of those green lizards that always...
Yeah.
Those little buggers, they jump on your bike and they just mess you up. I unfortunately probably hit like 4 of them every time.
Oh. Yeah. It is amazing the difference in like the animals too there. Like you have like snakes, different types of snakes, a lot of different lizards and things, a lot of ground squirrels. And I don't know if in Hesperia you would have seen this, but in like Riverside area, there's like a pack of wild burros, like donkeys.
What?
Yeah. And you could be driving like the back roads and you'll just see this like huge herd of them just grazing. Yeah.
It's a funny thing you say that. I never saw, but in the back of my mind, I hear them.
Yeah.
Like I hear like the squeals.
Yeah. So you'll see them like all over the place if you drive the back roads.
That's really cool.
Yeah. But then like coming up here on my drive to work, I get to see like cows and horses and stuff. And that's always great. And deer.
Have you raised any animals?
Like house cats.
That counts.
Yeah, like house cats. When I was growing up in the mountain, there's a couple like horse stables, so we'd go and like ride horses and stuff, but we never had any sort of livestock or anything like that. Even though my hometown reminds me of this area, there wasn't really room or the climate for having farms. Yeah.
Would you raise animals though?
I think that it is cool in theory, but I think about how expensive it is just to have like a house cat now. Like if something happens, like a vet emergency, we've had vet emergencies in the past that were like a couple $1,000s for a cat, and I imagine like, oh, for a cow or a horse that would be a lot, and just to have the space and the maintenance.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. I used to have chickens, ducks, and yeah, they're
Yeah.
pretty cool. We had a farm
Yeah.
in my old house. They weren't as expensive as dogs or cats,
Really?
surprisingly. Yeah.
Okay.
The food for like chickens and ducks are pretty cheap. And with a farm, you get slugs, and ducks eat slugs.
Really?
They love slugs.
do you get like slugs around the food bags and everything?
Mhm.
Those are annoying.
Yeah. So slugs,
Really?
they crawl everywhere. Ducks love them.
Okay.
So what my dad would do is we'd go out into the farm, grab the slugs, put them in like a bag, and then bring them over to the ducks, and the ducks would be like in their little pool, and then we'd throw the slugs over, and then those ducks
my.
would go crazy for the slugs.
So do you still have ducks and chickens?
No, we sold our chickens because the one that we liked the most had passed away.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was white with blue legs.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And yeah, we ended up selling them. And then our ducks, we went to California to Disneyland for a vacation, and they tried following us.
Oh
And
no.
then they're out there.
Yeah, they're out there living their best life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Have you had any sort of like non-traditional animals? Like
No,
no
just
no
no-
cats, no dogs.
I've had cats and not. I had one cat.
Yeah.
And it's changed my view on cats.
Enough for you?
Sorry, hot take.
Yeah.
I hate cats.
Okay, that's
But-
okay.
But I raise animals. I had 3 cows in the past and I think like 8 pigs.
Okay.
Whoa.
Chickens and what are those big rabbits called? But you know what
Yeah,
I'm talking about.
yeah.
We had 2 of
Hares.
those. We called them Bonnie and Clyde.
Okay.
Yeah. I think mine was Bonnie, but it bit the crap out of me.
Yes.
It was to the point where I sometimes just throw the food at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, food gets expensive, and pigs.
Yeah.
Pigs are so annoying.
Are they?
You build them something, you
Uh-huh.
turn around, it's gone. That they are destructive.
Yeah.
Very destructive.
So my only experience with a pig is that I had a friend in high school that her brother had gotten a pig, and I don't know if it was one that was going to get bigger, but it was just like, I don't know, I would say like small dog size, like
Like a pug?
yeah, kind of like pug sized. So probably would get bigger. He trained it to use the litter box and stuff. I know,
cool.
which I guess you can do with pigs, but I don't
I
know
gotta
if
start
it
doing
ended
that.
up getting larger, because I know sometimes they can end up being like huge.
Yeah.
You know?
Clem's pig has a whole poop corner
Yeah.
in the kennel. Yeah.
Yeah. That you can train them to do stuff. So in theory, very cool, but I feel like it would probably not be for me. Yeah.
Before we go on another conversation, I've been focusing on my nose because our let me get close here. Our first podcast, we can hear our breathing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've just been so conscious about that. Just
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Well,
I hope we don't.
yeah.
Oh no, I'm gonna breathe in the mic for you.
Yeah. I did not consider that. So
Oh, that's
hopefully it's okay.
FYI.
Yeah.
But I listened to our first podcast like 7 times just to for reference and get better. And my sisters, they all laughed at me.
Yeah.
They said that Andrew's voice is kind of suited for podcast.
Okay.
But my voice sounded like I just got out of first grade.
No, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful voice.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
It's hard to hear your own voice as well. Like I was asking Andrew when he was first talking about the podcast, like how does it feel to hear yourself talk? And it can be hard because
Yeah.
the way that you hear your voice in your own head is very different.
Yeah. Voice echoes inside your own head, and then that's what you get used to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard like if you talk with your hands in front of your ears, that's generally how others hear you.
Okay.
And but I still sound so weird.
Yeah. It's different.
It is. It was very painful to hear back the first podcast, hearing my voice. or what of it, because I was so far away from the mic.
Yeah.
I sound like a mouse.
Just whispering in the distance.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. It's like an ASMR video.
Do you listen to ASMR?
I don't, but I know what they are. Like it'll come up in like when we watch other stuff.
You find it like unsettling or?
I think that it makes sense for some people to be soothing, but I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it or like listen to them. But then I also like anytime I'm like doing something or I'm by myself, I'm either listening to a podcast or listening to music. So it's like, you know, filling the space with something. So I don't know if I don't know the reasoning why certain people would listen to ASMR, like to actually seek it out, but I understand how it could be soothing for people.
Jaime,
do you listen to ASMR? Oh, okay.
Is it your TikTok algorithm? Is that your TikTok algorithm?
Would you count rain as ASMR?
I feel like if it's like ambient noise.
Yeah, what's the definition of like white noise in like ASMR? Like
that would like the difference.
Are they the one and the same or just?
I don't think so.
Would white noise? So when I think of white noise, I think of like sleeping stuff. So it's just like a continuous thing that's at a certain pitch. So you would have like a white noise machine, which sometimes they do come with rain sounds. So I'm not sure.
Never bought one, but I do sometimes when I go to bed. I listen to rain. But I do listen to some. I think when people have fluffy mics.
Okay.
I like the sound of that.
Okay.
Or
have you seen those?
I have seen those.
Yeah.
I think when people, it's my opinion, but I think every time someone hears ASMR, I think of mommy ASMR.
Oh no, dude.
I don't listen to that, but I know some people who do. I don't get
some scary things on the internet.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff out there. I do like, so when we'll watch like Good Mythical Morning, and so it'll like cross my palate with stuff like that, or like we watch a lot of fail videos too, which is essentially like TikTok for old people. Is like, oh, I'm gonna go on YouTube and watch fail videos, you know, but I always find it so funny, like the soap cutting videos. Have you seen those or heard those? I guess there's like soap cutting videos, or like people with like long nails, like clicking their fingers on glass.
I hate that sound.
You don't like that?
I don't. But do you guys remember when like hot knife videos were a thing, trending?
It's still cool.
Yeah.
The soap cutting videos are always under like Family Guy clips on TikTok.
Are they?
So I end up just watching the soap half the time.
Yeah.
And then I go back to watching whatever video is on.
Yeah. One of the things that came up on Good Mythical Morning that we saw recently that I had to stop watching it was like, and I don't know, maybe this has crossed your algorithm, but where it's multiple videos playing on the same screen.
Oh.
So it'll be like, they started off where it's like a top and bottom video. One is like somebody playing Minecraft and the other one is like somebody scooping something in, but then it gets even further where it's like 3 videos at once, like 4 videos at once, 5 videos at once. And I feel like my brain shut down trying to watch that. But then also like I'll be home watching TV and I'll be on my phone at the same time. So I don't know.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen Good Mythical Morning in so long.
Yeah.
Are they doing okay?
I think, I mean, they're making money.
Yeah,
they're making a lot of money.
A lot of bank.
Yeah. We always refer to it as like old rich guys eating food, because that's kind of the show.
That is what it is.
Yeah.
Slowly turned into, I guess.
Yeah.
I think the last video I saw was them trying all the flavors or something.
Oh yeah, they do that a lot. Old rich guys
Inhaling.
eating food.
Have you seen that, like where they inhale flavored air or something?
Yeah.
I think that's the last video I saw from them.
Yeah. There's certain. Yeah.
I like the challenges that they do, like the Will It Taco or something.
Oh yeah, those ones are always great. There's ones that I have to turn away from. Like I never thought of myself as having like being squeamish with things, but there's just certain things where I'm like, oh, I don't even want to see them attempt to eat that, or like. So my husband works with kindergartners, and he'll start telling me stories about like certain things that they'll do, and I'm just like, I don't even want to hear this right now.
Brutal.
Speaking of squirming, do you know the show Fear Factor?
Yeah.
Would you ever? Would you ever?
I'm such a wimp. Like, I guess it would depend on like how much money is on the line, but if there's like a food challenge, like a gross food challenge where it's like eating bugs or like eating like intestines or like whatever, like I probably would not be able to even do it. And then when it comes to like some of the ones that I've seen where they'll be like at a really like high altitude and they have to jump from something to something, or like on moving trucks and have to jump from something, I feel like I would freeze up. I feel like I would be a waste of time on that show.
Okay.
A wasted time.
Yeah.
I've never seen Fear Factor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I might do it.
Yeah, I feel like you could. Would you guys do it? Would you do it?
I think I would.
Yeah.
I think a show that I really wanted to be on is Wipeout.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Remember that old classic?
We
show?
had the Xbox Connect game for Wipeout.
Really?
Yeah, it was it's like a thing that reads like where your body is, and then it like puts that on the Xbox. It's like
Okay.
your player controller.
So are you like, is it just you're moving your arms, or is it you are physically
You are
moving to do the
you
challenges?
are moving your entire body to do
Wow.
the entire thing. Yeah, like jumping. You have to jump. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see videos of ones that people have set up, like where it's some body of water and you can go and do it and
Oh, that's awesome.
and get knocked off into the water.
Like I've seen every time I watch Wipeout the big orange red balls
That you have to try to run across.
I've always wanted to do that. And like whenever I see someone fall, like I could have done that.
Yeah.
But I probably could not. I probably couldn't get past one of them.
Yeah.
Like when like a dad watches football, is like gets mad at them, but they probably couldn't do the same.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how I was with Wipeout.
Yeah. I always see the ones, again, the YouTube fails, but where it's like the rotating arms and then the person goes and they just keep kind of getting like knocked back and forth between the two different arms before eventually falling forward off of it. Have you seen those?
I have.
Yeah.
And do you remember where there's like a big wall and like it like punches?
Yes.
That.
Okay, so we watch a lot of like YouTube, and you know the algorithm can shift quickly based on what you watch. So it would go back and forth. Like my husband plays a lot of video games, so there'd always be like video game stuff on the algorithm. And then there was one video that showed up one time where I was just like, let's watch this and see. And it was dog agility racing. So I watched one video of that, and then the entire algorithm shifted. So then it became like racing stuff, and then it became like competitive tag and competitive what's it called, where, oh my gosh, I can't remember the word, like jumping from like object to object, but like kind of ninja like.
Agility.
American Ninja?
It's like that, but there's like a specific word for it.
Parkour.
Yes,
Par-
parkour.
oh,
It's like
my
competitive
goodness.
parkour, competitive tag, and then it turned into Japanese game shows. And then it went back to racing where like pig racing showed up. And then what's the other one that's been showing up lately? But like something along those lines. So we'll always get these weird competitive things that will show up on
That is
the
awesome.
algorithm.
That it's kind of annoying because I gave my phone to my nephew.
Yeah.
And he's still young. And the Coco Melon.
Uh-huh.
I think he watched like one or two, and that's all I get now.
Yeah.
All I get.
Yeah.
It's just, it's crazy how fast it changes on your preference.
You
Yeah.
told me it's not you that loves Coco Melon on your phone.
I despise Coco Melon.
I know you love Coco Melon.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay.
This is when you're like, no, I'm more of a Bluey fan. But everybody's a Bluey fan.
I heard that show was good.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah, it was during finals last year, a student requested that we watch Bluey instead of like a movie that we were going to watch. So we just watched a bunch of episodes of Bluey, and it was great.
Oh.
I've heard like from all ages. It's good.
It is.
I haven't seen it, but my nephew actually likes it.
It's very wholesome, really good lessons. It's also like all of the characters are really well developed. And one of the things that I'll hear from like my friends that have kids, or like you'll see it online, the one that is most despised is Peppa Pig. controversial, I know, but it's Peppa Pig and is it Caillou? Is
Yeah.
the other one?
That bald kid.
Yeah,
bald guy.
where like parents will notice an almost immediate difference in their kids' behavior of them just starting to be super disrespectful and destructive once they've watched Peppa Pig or Caillou.
That's lovely.
And I haven't seen either, so I can't speak to that.
I can, from experience from seeing my nephew, he when he watched, I think it was Peppa Pig, he just screams all the time.
Oh, that's lovely.
But then when he started watching Bluey, and I think it's Word World.
Okay.
It's like these creatures, these barn animals, or just any animals, just shaped out as words.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, that was great.
That sounds like a fever dream.
Like an old memory just
Yeah.
snapped back.
Yeah.
The Winter Soldier programming just came back.
Yeah, I wouldn't say more or less loud, but he's saying words now.
Yeah.
Instead of just jibble jabble. But yeah, I think that's good. Good thing
Yeah.
you pointed that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny how media can influence us.
So glad
Yeah.
I'm not a tablet kid.
Right? An iPad kid.
Yeah. Thankfully, I had sticks and dirt.
Right.
As growing
Out in
up.
the desert
Yeah,
in Hesperia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I had MLG compilations and not Skibbity Toilet.
I don't even know the words you just said.
It hurts to hear those words. I just hear my nephew growing up with those words now.
Yeah.
What is it?
Skibbity Toilet.
Oh my
What is that?
I have
think,
no clue.
I think it's just like a YouTube shorts
Okay.
series about some toilet. I would rather not know.
It sounds riveting.
Oh, sounds amazing.
I miss old YouTube.
Me too.
I think Minecraft and COD comps
Oh, yeah.
are what it was the golden era.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Stampy long nose and ballistic squid.
Do you play any games?
I do.
You do?
So I haven't really picked up a controller in a while because I've been doing a lot more reading lately. But my husband's a huge gamer, so I'm always just like watching what he's doing. So I feel like I've essentially played the games, but just by watching. He played all the Souls games for like the last like year or two. So there's like Elden Ring and Dark Souls and all those ones, and then I can't remember some of the other ones. Right now he's playing Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, I heard that one's pretty good.
It's really good. It's a beautiful game.
Yeah.
So he's doing that. I really like playing Borderlands, but that's when I haven't picked up the controller in a while. I didn't even end up finishing Borderlands 3, but I know. But I really like Borderlands.
Who was your Vault Hunter?
I always will play as the Siren.
Oh.
Yeah, I always play as the Siren. So if you see in my room, I have like a pop figure
Maya?
of
Yeah.
Maya.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did really like in the new game because normally when I play when I'll play like open world like RPG games, like Skyrim is like one of my like I've played Skyrim so many times. I always end up playing like a tank character that can just like go in and just like destroy everything. And my husband's characters are always like the stealthy one, like with arrows and poisons and magic and stuff. And that's not how I play. And in Borderlands 3, there's a character that is, I can't remember what her name is now, but she has, I want to say that she's the Siren as well, but she's like Indian based, and she will do like the multi-arms. Do you remember who
Yeah,
I'm
I
talking
know it.
about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really liked playing as her as kind of a tank character. And then in the pre-sequel, I really liked playing as the Baroness because when you get all the way down the skill tree, one of her last ones is when you are zoomed in on a sniper, the element wheel will start spinning, and then the first shot that you shoot is going to be that element. And then you can just go out of being zoomed in and then go back in, and you can essentially choose a new element. So you don't really need to seek out specific elemental weapons for fighting certain bosses. And that was always really cool.
I don't mean to be a buzzkill, but is that your time?
Oh, let's
Yeah,
see.
it is.
Oh yeah, I gotta go.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
it's okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you
Thank
guys.
you.
Sorry Gibbs can be here, but
Nah.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we're doing it. Maybe he'll be able to be next time.
Yeah.
He can take my spot. Okay, thank you guys so much. Do you have any final things before I go?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you both very shortly.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank
bye.
you.
Bye bye. All right.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even see people here.
Yep. A crowd came in of like 3 people.
We got Banks as our what? What do you do?
The audio, yeah.
Our audio.
He's the audio guy.
We got Housie and Zach, and Mona.
Zach, and then Zach.
Zach. Oh, Zach. And
Yeah, Zach's birthday. Happy birthday, Zach.
happy birthday.
Yeah.
Did you
All right,
delight in
bye-bye.
a donut?
Yeah, I did.
Was it good?
It was.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good.
How'd you get it for me?
Yeah, we
Oh,
got
that's
all
these guys.
12 for you. Yeah. Oh, I think that went well.
I think so. Do we
Yeah.
just continue off?
I don't see why not.
All right, sweet.
Yeah. Okay. Who's your Borderlands character? Serious question.
I actually don't play.
No
Borderlands.
way.
I don't play much games.
I mean, me either now, but
The last game I did play was GTA. Yeah, I'm not much of a video game person.
not really.
Yeah, I'm kind of boring.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Dude. Yeah.
I watch shows and movies.
Shows and movies.
Yeah.
Okay. What?
What's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? 1917.
1917. Okay.
1917. Yeah, it's the one take kind of movie.
Yeah.
So good.
Is that the one where the guy runs through the field and gets hit, but then?
Yeah.
Yeah, that. I heard that was a blooper, but
Yeah.
they
The-
kept it in.
Is-
I'm glad they kept it in. It's really good.
Me too. The whole movie's great. Have you seen it?
Mm-hmm.
My favorite part is when the main guy goes to the
Is that a spoiler for?
yes.
Okay.
When the main character gets out of the river and then goes to the group of people and they're singing. The one dude that was singing in the woods.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part.
Hmm.
Easily.
Well, my favorite movie is kind of a different genre.
What is it?
The Iron Giant.
The Iron Giant.
I love The Iron Giant. Spoilers ahead. When for anyone who hasn't seen
For the Iron Giant.
for The Iron Giant, when who's Mansley shoots, sends the missile towards the giant and dies.
Yeah.
I did shed a tear when I first saw it, but then he gets what is it, rebuilt or
Yeah.
that was such a good ending.
Yeah.
I was satisfied, but the whole movie is just a masterpiece.
It's peak.
It is peak.
I feel like most movies try and duplicate that movie now.
You think that was like a stepping stone for?
Yes.
Never thought about that.
That was the groundwork for a lot of movies going forward. Like,
Such a beautiful movie.
it's good.
It's one of the few movies I could rewatch without getting bored.
I like how they mixed the 2D and the 3D in there.
Mm.
That was incredible.
The scene where he gets mad and all the
All the stuff comes out of his arm.
oh, I love that. Love
Yeah.
that. But another good. Have you seen The Green Book?
No.
Ah.
What's it about?
It's about a pianist. How do you say it?
Pianist?
Pianist.
Hmm.
Remember that movie?
I don't remember that pianist movie.
You don't?
No.
Did you have a AP hug?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, regular history. We watched The Pianist. That was a movie, but in The Green Book. If I hope I don't get this wrong, a pianist and driver. What's a driver when they drive you around?
Chauffeur?
Chauffeur, kind of like that. But it was in the time where like segregation, like blacks and whites, and they kind of go through that. And I don't want to like summarize it. I want other people to
Okay.
experience it for themselves. But
Okay.
such a good movie. I don't know what other movies do you consider masterpieces?
The Spider-Verse movie, we talked about that one, the last one.
Oh yeah.
That one was really good. Another one that's really good. we talk about like influential movies, I guess it's like The Dark Knight, those Batman movies, because I guess they just brought back the superhero genre.
Oh, and you did want to talk about what is the best Batmobile?
Yeah, what is the best Batmobile? That's actually a very serious question that we were saving for Gib, but
It's
we're gonna use it
either
now.
the Robert Pattinson, Pattinson
Yeah.
Batmobile or the Arkham Knight
The Arkham Knight.
Batmobile.
Yeah. Robert Pattinson's
Robert.
that's easily the best one. I heard someone say that it's the worst one because it's just a muscle car. No, that's what makes it the best one.
That's exactly. It's so
It looks too real.
the startup. Oh my god, this.
My pants got tight.
Oh.
Let's just say that. Yeah. It was a great scene. We're gonna.
Can we allow? Can we keep that on?
Yeah. I don't see why not.
Pants.
My pants got real tight.
Okay, you don't have to repeat it twice.
Yeah, you see these contracts? I don't see them signed right now.
Yeah, we have a contract.
Yeah,
now.
they gave us a contract. Yeah, it's professional.
It's professional.
It is professional.
Just can't wait for Housey to rehear this.
Me too.
Listen to this and just hear that twice.
What? Surfs Up, La La Land.
Surfs Up is
Oh, that's your La La Land. Oh, these are movies. I thought this was a whole sentence that you're showing us.
is Surfs Up your favorite movie, or is that of all time?
Not of all time.
Oh
No. So that was Zach Long showing us a list of favorite movies, and Surfs Up was pretty dang good. Cars. Tenet.
I haven't seen La La Land or Tenet, but I've seen Cars and Surfs Up. Surfs Up is such a beautiful.
Surfs Up's great.
It's amazing.
They
The
had Green
movie.
Day in there. Yeah.
You wanna
I'll
hop?
just sit here.
Yeah, hop on, please.
Okay.
You need it.
Okay.
I'm kidding. You don't.
Okay. Do you want a donut? Another donut?
Nah.
Not right now. Okay. No, La La Land. I haven't seen it, but I heard great things about it.
This is a fantastic film. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Like the ending, it was a really good ending. It was like kind of sad, but like
What is this movie?
it's like a musical.
Yeah.
Oh no,
They're like-
oh, you're talking about La La
It's like a
Land.
La
love
La
story.
Land.
Okay.
Yeah, love story musical.
It's like a little musical. They're in Hollywood. Their
Hmm.
career. It's about pretty much career aspirations and sacrifices, really, like in your life. Just people in their everyday lives.
I saw the bottom of the list. Cars. Which out of the
Cars.
three, which one's your favorite?
Surfs Up, La La Land, or Cars?
No. Like
Oh.
the
Cars,
the
Car
first one.
trilogy.
The
Yeah.
first one.
First one.
The first one is the best, in my opinion.
It's
Second
just-
one is
it's
the
really
worst.
just about racing. That's why it's so
The
good.
second one is. Do you think the second one's the worst?
I actually like the first one, then the second one, the third one.
Oh, third
In
one's-
order.
Oh, in order.
Mm. Okay. Yeah.
They're all
That's-
good movies though.
They are.
Yeah. They're all heat.
They cooked. Braden Brockelman stands. He likes the second movie.
Yeah.
It's
I like the second movie.
it's not bad, but it's just kind of strays from what Cars was.
Yeah. You don't like Finn McMissile?
He
Dude.
was cool.
He's the toughest
but
character in the entire series.
He was tough. I just don't like Mater as a main character. No.
So there's a Cars show. I was watching that last year, and in that show, Mater like straight up dies. Yeah, and like so he converts his entire chassis to accommodate racing on the salt plains, like the salt, like the salt plains.
Is that where he turns like
Yeah,
white
for
and
drag
blue?
racing. No, not for white and blue.
No. Isn't that where he
Oh, I
changes
think I've
color?
seen. I think I've seen that.
Yeah, and then he
I was
dies.
thinking. I was thinking of like the Japanese street racing
where he's
one
turned
where he's
blue,
blue.
and a spoiler.
The spoiler.
That one is hard.
That was
one
hard.
is hard.
That one is very hard.
Those little shorts, Cars shorts.
Cars shorts.
Um,
With like the aliens and stuff.
Those were
the
gas.
Ghost Light. Those were.
Yeah.
I miss those.
Those are
Those were
Peak.
childhood.
peak. Man, we got these donuts.
Do you guys want some donuts?
I don't want to get in the shot. I'll grab one soon though.
Okay. Yeah. So we got these at Fred Meyer. No, it was at Safeway this morning.
Safeway.
Dude, there's some horrifically slow drivers, and it hurts my soul. They go like 5 under, and it's the worst thing ever. We were late to this.
What road were you on? Was it Sumner Buckley or 410?
It was Sumner Buckley. Either one, they're slow drivers. There's no way of getting around them. I tried getting around the semi truck. well, not a semi truck. It was a rock truck. And I was like, oh yeah, we'll just take Sumner Buckley instead of 410 because that guy's gonna go not the fastest.
Yeah. Sumner Buckley's a road where it's like the speed limit's 35, but it should be 45, and people still go 30.
Yeah, it's coming because of the rain in corners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did the camera cut out or anything? Sweet.
You still need it? Or you guys just playing now?
We're just hanging out.
Okay, I'm gonna turn this off though, so we got Sarah's, is that cool? And you guys can still record and use that, John.
Oh, it's just a video that's off.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
There we go.
Thank you. Yeah, so this is the so for audio listeners, this is the green room. So we recorded in a small, tiny, cramped closet.
That one back there?
Yeah, the audio, I call it dungeon.
I've been there before.
Yeah, I love that place.
It's fire.
The sound quality is just so nice in there. I mean, it's good over here too, but I do like the dungeon. Hi, man.
I don't know. I probably have to listen back to it. I don't know. I like it open.
Yeah, it is more. I like the carpet here too.
Carpet.
Whoa.
Is that your phone?
Whoa, no, that's Zach's phone.
Oh,
Thank
yeah. I forgot to warn you.
Yeah, phone.
Anything electronic starts vibrating.
Yeah, the audio gets a little
Yeah.
bit fuzzy.
I didn't
with
know
phones.
that.
It's okay.
It's all right.
Yeah. So I have a question. How did you guys get in here, and when did you guys get in here?
Well, Halsey started off the class period. He was like, well, they've got their podcast going right now if anyone wants to go watch. And we're like,
Oh,
we
okay.
ain't got nothing else to do. So we're like, we're going to go over there. And so we just walked in probably about around 7:55.
Okay. Yeah. That's chill.
Yeah.
Thank you for your input.
Thank you. Yeah,
You got, other Zach, you got any favorite movies preference?
Oh, absolutely.
Top Gun.
Definitely some big ones out there.
You wanna take my place?
No,
We got about a minute left before
Yeah, we-
Flat Zones.
Oh, actually.
yeah. We can. I was thinking about bringing Ethan Lamb on here for a movie episode, for like a strictly movie episode.
Is he a
Oh,
movie
yeah.
lo-
Yeah, he's a devil movie guy. If it was a sport, dude, he'd get a full ride. He'd get a full ride.
D1 movie watcher.
Yes, it's awesome.
All right, do we wrap it up here?
Yeah, I think we're running out of time here.
Sweet. I'm not sweet, but
Sweet. Yeah. So Gib couldn't make it, but we had a pretty cool guest instead.
Beckman and Zach.
Yes, Beckman and Zach can join us, and Zach, and
other Zach. And
Next
Banks.
time it'll be the other Zach that hops on if you have extra time.
okay, sweet.
All
Yeah.
right.
All right. Well, cool. Thank you all for listening. We will see you guys next Friday. Have a good morning, evening, whenever you're listening. And yeah, this is the Leaders of the Hive signing off. Want to say bye, man?
Bye.
Bye bye.